All right. So in this training, I'm going to show you how to map out your lawn care routes for 100% free, step by step, so that you can have the most efficient lawn care routes in your lawn care business. So one of the biggest problems in lawn care is how long it takes to go from property to property and the gas costs associated. Most lawn care guys think they have to pay for software to map out the best routes for them, such as softwares like Yardbook, Choice, Jobber, or something else like that. But in this training, I'll show you how to map out and build the best route for 100% free. And at the end of the training, I'll even show you how to increase your route density again for 100% free. You know how important it is to plan your routes, right? It's a big deal in this line of work. It helps you get more done and spend less time driving around. I'm going to show you how to plan routes with Google Maps without paying anyone. So from 1 to 4, here's what I'll cover in this training. Number 1, map out all your customers and customers' properties to group customers. 2, you're going to create the best daily routes on paper. So 3, we're going to perfect your routes after you actually run them. And then 4, and finally the best part, I'm going to show you how to increase your route density to increase your profits, because we all know when your clients are closer together in lawn care, that equals less overhead, which equals more profit. By the way, if you want this whole document for free, just simply join our Facebook group. The link will be below, and it's Lawn Legacy on Facebook. We do trainings every week. We're posting every day. It's a network of like-minded business owners just like yourself in the lawn care industry, and we're going to go live twice a month. So if you want to join that for absolutely free and get this document for free, just join our Facebook group, then I'll send it your way. But anyways, let's get into the actual tutorial of how you're going to do this for absolutely free using features that are free that Google provides. So step 1, we're going to map out all properties to find daily routes. So number 1 is we're going to plot all addresses on a map. We're going to use a feature of Google Maps called Google My Maps to create a custom map. And you're going to add all your clients' addresses as pins on this map. As you can see, we look up Google My Maps, and what we're going to do is we're going to click over to Google My Maps, and we're going to go to create new map. We're going to go to create. And so what I did initially, I made sure that I had all my clients listed in an organized fashion on a Google Sheet. So they're organized by address, name, client type, frequency, and neighborhood. So we're going to use 3 different neighborhoods within the metro area that I'm using in this example, which is the area I live around, which is Tampa Bay. And so I have it organized like this. And the reason you want to do it in the Google Sheets is because on Google My Maps, what you can do is you can press import. You can go to your drive, and it will show your sheets right here if you're signed in on the same Gmail. And you go to the list that you created and insert. And what it's going to do is, well, you got to make sure you click on all the sections you made in the sheets, and I would identify each as the neighborhood. So once that's in, it's going to automatically map out all the addresses in your sheet. So what you'll be able to do is essentially identify clusters within your broader area. So I've noticed that we have a cluster of clients in North Tampa, and we have a cluster of clients in Hyde Park area, and a cluster in South Tampa. So in this example, I'm just going to use one of the clusters, but obviously you want to do this for all the clusters you identify in your routes. So I'm going to go over here and go to the South Tampa addresses. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to make sure that we clearly mark the clusters. So I'm going to do the drawing feature and add a line right here. Go like that. Then we'll come over here. Oh, we'll do it a little bit inward. And then we'll come back up. And so there you go. And you can save all of this information in, but for this, we'll just save it like this. And so see, I visually identified a cluster of clients within the South Tampa area. And then I assured that I know this cluster by visually marking them with a box. Now, you want to make sure to aim for each cluster you're identifying and hitting that it has enough work within it for a day's worth of work. And also you want to consider things, obviously, like depending on the season, how often you guys are out, you and your team are out in the field. So in order to make this a route, because obviously it's just on a normal map right now, is we're going to move these addresses and mark the driving route with just a normal Google Maps, because you can, in Google Maps, there's a feature where you can do unlimited stops. I'm sure you've used that before, maybe on a road trip or something like that. And you want to make sure you're adjusting continuously as necessary based on the number of clients and the job duration. So obviously none of this is set in stone. You guys are all in unique situations. Obviously you want to account factors like traffic patterns on different days when assigning zones to specific days. Now that we understand how to identify which properties should be done on the same day, let's look at mapping the order on each specific day. So step 2, what we're going to do is we're going to create the best daily route on paper. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to open up Google Maps, and we're going to click on the directions button. So we're going to come here and we're going to press directions. So make sure in your scenario, you want to start at obviously the location you're taking off from, and then into the area of operations, and then mapping out obviously all the houses within that section. So just for this example, I'll just start with the properties. And so obviously what you just want to come here and do is in your zone, you want to start copying and pasting over these addresses. So, you'll have your first one, paste, and then right here, copy, paste, add new direction, come here. And then, so let me just get these all in, and then I will come back and show what we'll do next. So you just keep adding them in that zone. So now that we have all the addresses in here, in my example, I'm just using 10, obviously for a day's worth of work. You're going to have probably a bit more than that. So we have all 10 in here. So what you can do, actually, what's really cool is that you see that the duration of driving would be 26 minutes in total. But what you can do is actually optimize the route by changing up a few things. So you see that, put it up a minute. So you can like play with this, get that back down to 27, 23. So you got it to 23. So that's 24. So we'll go here, back to 23. So from switching them around, I got it down from 27 minutes to 19 minutes, just from dragging these around and playing with them, based off what I knew. And I got it down to 19 minutes in travel time. So that just optimized the crap out of this route, just off of, playing with the addresses. So obviously you want to make sure you consider, you use the options feature to avoid highways if necessary, and make sure to pay attention to traffic notifications. The app will update you if there is road closures or accidents in front of you. So be wary of that and adjust daily dependent on those notifications. So what you can do after that is, what's cool is that you can come down here and you can send directions, so that you can send directions to Gmail iPhones, or you can easily just copy the link and email it or text it to whoever you need to get this route to. So after you did, all this pretty stuff on Google and you actually run it, you want to make sure you perfect your route. So obviously this is always going to be, this is always going to come and happen during the experience stage. When you actually implement it, then you're going to have critiques. You're always going to be pivoting. So things such as seasonal adjustments, make sure to revisit your zones and routes seasonally, as lawn care needs may change throughout the year. And, new clients are always going to be coming in. So when adding new clients, place them in the most appropriate existing zone, or consider reorganizing zones if necessary. Now, 3, you want to consider, your route rotation. For clients requiring less frequent services, create alternative weekly routes to incorporate these properties efficiently. So obviously not everyone's going to be weekly, but you still want to be able to show up on time and on the day you say you're going to be there to your less consistent clients. So you want to make sure you're also time blocking. So within each zone, consider grouping similar jobs together. Example, all mowing jobs in the morning, and then you go off to your landscaping work in the afternoon. Just an example, So 5, if you have, a team specialization, if you have multiple teams, consider assigning specific zones to teams who become familiar with the area and clients. So it's always a good idea to make sure that your clients are getting the same faces pretty often. So, if you have a crew that's been running the same route for a long time, probably consider keeping them in there as best you can. If you have to adjust, then that's fine too. But it does help a lot when, the good neighborhood people are coming in and they've been recognized in the area. It's just good for the brand. Those workers have the best experience with those homes, so they're going to be able to do better than anyone on those specific properties. Make sure to make your client communication very clear and effective. Use your zone approach to give clients consistent service days, improving their experience and your scheduling efficiency. Another thing people don't also consider about doing something like this is the data collection abilities that come along with using the system. So make sure to use the system to track which zones are most profitable or time consuming. And that's going to inform really strategic business decisions. It's going to help you, consider whether you want to drop a neighborhood or drop a route or add this route. It can bring a lot of data and understanding through the numbers to your company if you're collecting this information. So you want to make sure to obviously always have a flexibility buffer. We're not robots, and things happen and days get long or days get short, things break. So make sure to leave some flexibility in each day's schedule for urgent requests, or unexpected issues. And like I said before, lean on the team. If your team has an idea on how to improve the route structure, listen to them and test the idea. Best case, you get better results. Worst case, you show your team you listen to their ideas, but follow the best practices. Now, by combining this long-term strategy of plotting and zoning with daily route optimization, lawn care companies can significantly improve their operational efficiency, reduce travel time, and provide more consistent service to their clients. Now, speaking of route density, obviously this is all about planning your routes and structuring them. But there's a lot of companies who don't have route density. So how do you get the route density in the first place? How do you position your marketing and position your company to take over neighborhoods and have all your clients together? So that's we're gonna cover that right now. So step 4, increase route density to increase your profits, because we all know density in the lawn care industry equals a more profitable business. So number 1 is we have referral programs. Offer incentives to current customers for referring neighbors. Provide discounts or free services for successful referrals and for the customer that referred them. And then there's neighbor discount promotion. Create a special offer for immediate neighbors of existing clients. Emphasize the convenience and cost savings of servicing adjacent properties to explain why you can offer quality service at a lower than usual rate. Door-to-door marketing. I know maybe some of you don't like it, but it's effective when it comes to getting better route density, because you're knocking neighbors. So after servicing a lawn care, leave flyers or door hangers at neighbors' houses with a handwritten quote for their property. So obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, make sure to have solid visible branding. So use well-branded vehicles and uniforms while working. Orange and green and yellow really stick out, sometimes even blue. So consider colors like that and having really professional logos and business information, on your shirts and trucks. So place temporary yard signs with QR codes going to a landing page with neighborhood discounts. And make sure to place QR codes and website URLs on the side of trucks and equipment so people can easily scan and to learn more. Community events. This is more guerrilla marketing, but it can be very strategic and effective. So host or sponsor local events to increase visibility in the neighborhood. Offer free lawn care services for low-income families occasionally to create content giving back to attract people who want to support the mission. I'm sure if you're in the industry, you've seen a lot of those lawn care guys doing cool handouts and stuff and making content out of it. I'm sure they're getting a big return off making cool videos like that. And, you're just being a good person and helping out. No harm in that at all. Then we have social proof marketing. With permission, use before and after photos of your client's lawn in local ads. Make sure to share positive testimonials from the area in your marketing materials. Automatically gather referrals, and you can do that with our system. Hence we're a lawn care system company. We got you covered. Now we come to multi-home discounts. So offer group discounts for multiple homes on the same street. Encourage current clients to organize their neighbors for a group deal. Think an HOA. Scary, yeah? Yeah, I know. They're not fun to work with most of the time. But this would be kind of like a homemade HOA. Then we have targeted direct mail. Send personalized mailers to homes adjacent to your current clients. They see your trucks there anyway. They know their neighbors. And so them getting the mail, a personalized piece of mail, is really going to incentivize them to want to take action and do services with you. If they haven't noticed that already, make sure to just mention that you're already servicing a neighbor without mentioning their name. Then we have neighborhood-specific social media. Share your work and offers in community Facebook groups and on your page. You can also run ads targeting your customers' neighborhood. So that's right. With Google or Facebook ads, you can actually target specific neighborhoods down to the specific streets and blocks and target those people with content. Now, here's your next step. If you want a free copy of this, join our free group here. So we have our Lawn Legacy Facebook group. In it, we have a network of like-minded, hardworking lawn care and landscape business owners all in there helping each other out. We're posting daily. We have trainings coming out every single week and we go live. We do live coaching twice a month. And that's completely free. So make sure to join and get all the value out of this group for entirely free. And if you join, just DM me, the admin, Grant Fielding, and I'll send you, like I said above, a full copy of this document for entirely free. And you can do as you wish with it.